Hi everybody. So this is going to be a tarot reading for the sign of Virgo. As usual, I shuffled the cards before I started the video to save some time, so everything's all set for the reading. Let's go ahead and get started. Now the first position is going to be the recent past. That's what these two cards are going to represent. So let's take a look. I have the Hierophant with the oracle card of the cat. Alright, so we're playing it by the book here. We're not just playing it by the book. We might be living by the book. We might be shielding ourselves with the book. And by that, I mean that we're this is like a very traditional feel with the Hierophant, but also very careful with the cat. It's like we're afraid to go outside of anything that's traditional, anything that is like accepted, widely accepted. Maybe afraid is too strong a word. Wary would be a much better word with the cat. Let's pull some cards here. Why are we so wary to stray from the norm? Why are we so wary to stray from the norm? Tell me about the Hierophant with the cat. Okay, so I have the hammer here. So the hammer speaks of healing and repair. Why are we afraid to steer away from the norm? Because I think the norm, what is normal, gives us a sense of normalcy. Makes us feel good. Normalcy makes us feel like there's nothing wrong. And I think that is why we've been kind of like hiding behind a book. Now, if this isn't you immediately off the bat, this can just be a person that you are jiving with, somebody who's close by, close to you, okay? Now, underneath the hammer, I have the unicursal hexagram. So, I think that you might be a person who's really, really tied to a traditional viewpoint, because the unicursal hexagram is tied to your spirit, your divinity, and your will. So, to me, this is saying it's like you are, by your very nature, a traditional person. You are. And I think that when you act according to your own nature, it makes you feel good. And that's just the way it is. Okay? That's basically what I'm getting here. Now I am going to look at the top cards because this goes into the details, whereas when I look at the bottom cards, it kind of looks outward. So let's take a look at the next three cards because I like to do three. So I've got the number 4 with the Knight, with the Princess. Remember, we're describing this. So we're describing the traditional, the wariness to stray from anything outside of normal. And the reason is, first of all, there's an element of immaturity. When we're young, we tend to be a little bit more timid, a little bit more wary to shy away from what we've been taught, right? It kind of comes with age. So part of this person's personality, and the reason why this person is so traditional and is so used to doing what they're told, stuff like that, is because they might just be a younger person. Again, could just be you. And now looking at the Knight and the 4 here, it's just interesting because that is literally how this person charges forward, is by doing it slowly, by doing it quietly. Those are all the 4's qualities. So it's interesting because the Knight and the 4 are almost like opposites, but they are describing this person, potentially you. All right, let's keep going here. Now, I'm going to move to the present, okay? But I want to look at your thoughts at the moment. So I'm going to go to the position of the head. This tells me your conscious thoughts and strategies. Let's take a look. So I have the 2 of Cups with the oracle card of the chair or the throne. I call it the throne. All right. So the throne here is about your position. It's about your status. And it kind of does sort of go along with the Hierophant here. It's like, this is my position, right? This is the way I was taught. This is the way that, I read in a book. And that is my position. Now, with the 2 here, that speaks of somebody else. It could be that we're tied to somebody else with regards to this position. Like for example, you would say, oh, we're both, I don't know, Christian, or we're both Democrats. So I think your position is actually tied together with somebody else's. Like you do it as a couple. And that is tied to this traditional sort of element. Maybe you're just a power couple, you and somebody else. It doesn't have to be a couple, actually. It could be you and a best friend, right? But you and another person are kind of like a power couple, and you do things by the book. And that is just your personality. Let's draw a card for this. It could be that, you know, this is just part of your decision to do things very traditionally, very by the book, is that's the way that your significant other does it. All right, so I have immediately the hand tells me, yeah, it's because of another person. Another person is kind of like influencing you in some way, and that's why this is showing up in the position of the head. And then the other two cards that came out are Aquarius with the oracle card of the planet Saturn. So Saturn's all about restriction and discipline, and Aquarius is all about humanitarianism, doing what's right for everybody. So what this person is, the influence that this person brings, this person who you're tied with, is that they want you to do the right thing for everybody and be disciplined. Discipline, again, goes hand in hand with the Hierophant, right? Discipline, by the book. These are all Hierophant qualities here. And I think that is something that you and this other person share, and so that's sort of reinforced here in your thinking. All right, anyway, let's keep going. So that's your thoughts. So I want to move to your emotions at the moment. How are you guys feeling? This is called the position of the heart. Let's take a look. All right. So Virgo, you are feeling, well, you're feeling kind of fulfilled, actually. Feeling like you have the things you need. You're actually kind of feeling like you got enough money, enough resources, and you have enough mobility. So Mercury's about mobility, whether you're talking about speech, whether you're talking about your physical body, or whether you're talking about mobility with regards to money. It's movement. So what I'm seeing here is that you have had mobility, and you know, money gives you mobility in a lot of ways. It could just be that you have excess money, enough money to do all the things you need right now, Virgo. This is the position of the heart. So I just feel like you're feeling like you have enough to do all the things that you need to do. And also, I think that you are using those resources to do those things. Let's just pull one card for this really quick. Let's see what else comes out. Can I have another card for the position of the heart? How are my Virgos feeling? What's in their hearts? What is in my Virgos' hearts? Wow. So you guys are feeling good. Emotional fulfillment with the cup. We got the Nine of Cups and the cup. That is emotional fulfillment, okay? And I think because on the bottom we have Capricorn, it's like long-term fulfillment that comes from having your needs met when it comes to just mobility. Like I was saying, like having the ability to do all the things that you want, which I think could have to do with money, because a lot of times it does. It doesn't have to though, because you could be a person who just has a lot of friends who can get you places, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be money, but a lot of times money helps. All right, so let's keep going. There's one more position in the present, and then I'm going to move to the future, okay? So the last position in the present is going to be the hand. This tells me the actions you guys are taking outwardly, how you're dealing with people and situations. So I have the Ace of Pentacles with the Oracle card of the Foot. Okay, so this is getting started on new projects, getting started, could be a new job, getting started on really anything new that is like a worldly thing. If you just bought something like a new object, new car, this would be getting moving with it. If it's interesting because could be that the new car is part of this new mobility that is giving us all this indulgent feeling like we can do anything, go anywhere. But it could be that this is part of that, because the Ace of Pentacles is talking about a physical object or a physical investment. So either we're putting a physical this is like a new job we started, a new car we bought, something to that effect, that is we're basically making a lot of headway with the foot. Could be physical headway with the foot, like the car's literally like moving us places, right? But it could also just be metaphorical here, like we're really getting going with this new job at like a fast pace. But let's see what it is. Let's pull a card. Okay, so we got two cards. That was pretty fast. It's interesting because now I have the road, right? We're talking about cars here. We got the foot, and now we have the road here. I'm getting a recurring theme, really getting a sense like this could have been a car that just was recently bought. But if it was a car, it would have been an expensive car, because Pluto showing up here, that amps it up. Okay, that amps it up. So yeah, if this isn't a car, an expensive car, then then this would just be like buying an expensive object. It could be like a car, boat, or if it's like if it's a material, pentacles in the form of a project, then this would be an expensive project with Pluto. All right, let's keep going. So the last position that I'm going to reveal, and then after I am going to pull advice for you guys, so stick around for that, is the foot, which represents the short-term future. So let's look at that. So I have the Five of Cups with the left turn arrow. So the left turn arrow is like taking a left turn. It's like something unexpected. And with the Five of Cups, well, it's upsetting. So something is upsetting that's unexpected is coming up for you. I think this is unrelated to the reading. However, it could have something to do with this new thing we just bought. Let's see. Or started. So we're clarifying again the Five of Cups with the arrow left. That's what we're clarifying. Can I have a clarifier for those, please? Can I have a clarifier for Five of Cups with the left turn arrow? What's upsetting? What's unexpected and upsetting? And what does that have to do with the rest of these cards? What's the Five of Cups with the left turn arrow here? Okay, so we have the rope. The rope. So the rope is the commitment. So we're upset about a commitment that we made. I wonder if it's this commitment, this new thing we started. I mean, it could be a new job, and then we're like, oh shit, this is a commitment. On the bottom, Capricorn, definitely career and job related with Capricorn. Yeah, it could just be that this new car, this new job, whatever this new thing that we just started, it might take a left turn for some reason. Let's look on the top to see what the reason is, as that will tell me more details. So I have the moon, the ear, and the bed. The moon, the ear, and the bed. I don't think there's feedback. This is about not getting feedback. So if it's like work related, this would be getting upset because you're not getting enough feedback, because you're not being appreciated, essentially. Now, if this thing that we just recently bought is a car, then this would essentially be telling me like, I don't think this is a car anymore. Because now, if it is a car, then it's not talking about that. Because this is essentially just saying, like, not getting recognized, not getting recognition, not being noticed. And that is what's upsetting us about this commitment. Any other cards here? I'm still a little unclear, so I want to pull one more card. Okay. The heart. The heart. It's just not exactly what we wanted. It's not what we thought. It's not what it's not as much, we're not going to like it as much as we thought we were going to like it. Said it. On the bottom, the crown. So yeah, I think the element, part of this is learning what we want. It's like, ooh, maybe we didn't want this. Okay? Learning what we want. That's the crown with the book, learning what we want. Yeah. Learning what we want versus what we need. And that plays into this. Let's pull advice for you guys. I hope you guys make sense of this. Alright, so the way I do advice is always tarot card, one or however many come out, and an oracle card. And we're going to be focused on stuff you guys should be doing, should be actively thinking about or participating in. Give me some positive advice here for my Virgos. What should my Virgos be focused on, doing, etc.? Have some positive advice to my Virgos. Doesn't have to do with the reading, but a lot of times it'll be about the reading. Positive advice. Three of Wands here. Three of Wands. Three of Wands is sort of like sidekick energy. Sidekick. Like, be impartial. Don't take part in it. Like, look but don't touch, right? That's Three of Wands here on the bottom. Two of Swords upside down. It's so funny because it's like, look but don't touch, don't talk. Look but don't touch and don't talk about it. So funny. Be impartial. Be a sidekick. And that's what I'm getting for this energy here. It could be that maybe this other person that showed up in the reading is part of the reason why we bought this thing, is part of the reason why we thought we were going to like this thing to begin with, and then it takes a left turn. But regardless, the advice is just kind of stay impartial. You don't need to really participate in this situation, because it is going to be it's going to take a left turn, it's going to be upsetting. So just by not participating, essentially that is the advice, that is the answer, that is the solution. Anything else? Aries with the coal. So it's like you're not getting what you want. This isn't what you wanted. Aries is you, and the coal is something heavy, obstinate. It's like, ugh. It's like we ain't getting it. This isn't for us, essentially. It weighs us down. Maybe this other person wants it, but it weighs us down. On the bottom, Libra with honey. I feel like, yeah, it's like saying like, okay, I'm gonna like this, we're gonna do this, but I think it is largely for this other person. I want to dig on the top too, because again, goes in a little more detail. I've got the Oracle card of the Sword, the Sun, and the Eye. These are all about making things clear, things being clear, things being seen. So yeah, things are going to be pretty clear without you having to engage this person in a situation and be upset. It's going to be like wide open. This other person or whoever they're going to see it, they can deal with it, they can be upset about it. It actually doesn't have to do with you. It doesn't have to affect you or upset you. That's the message, okay guys? So apply that as you will. And that's going to be your reading for today, Virgo. I hope you guys liked this reading. And if you did, don't forget to press the like button for me. That really helps me out. It helps the algorithm. So I really do appreciate it. And regardless, thank you guys so much for showing an interest in my videos. I will see you guys in a couple weeks. Take care.